Welcome back to the video, guys. It's your boy Hollywood here, and today's topic is going to be about everyone's favorite. It's going to be about group rides. Yeah, you probably can already tell where this is about to go. Oh shit! Damn! Why I am probably not going to be doing a whole lot more group rides, and like why people need to have like a lot of strict rules on this stuff. Just talk about that in general. So jump right into the video. I've been on multiple group rides. I've been riding for almost 10 years now. I've been to the ATL mob ride multiple times. I've went to group rides with events. I've went to private group rides. I've even hosted some of my own group rides before, and so like I have a lot of experience on this topic. And of course, you know, there's always riders meeting, there's always rules in place, and you know, stuff still just happens. Like, why is that? Why do things still happen, you know, after you just had a meeting? And like, what's going wrong, basically? So in my opinion, I mean, off rip, we already know there's just too many different skill levels and riders in one group. Like, and it can be like, if it's like your friends, you know how they ride, or you know, obviously you're going to be more inclined to ride with them. But when it comes to like these events, like VIP rides and mob rides and ATL and just like big group rides in general, like it gets a little crazy, it gets a little hectic and a little sketch. So like people get pretty skittish and don't want to do that, which I'm probably going to start opting out of doing these group rides because of this. There's a whole bunch of different skills put together. You got new riders, you got intermediate, and you got expert, and you got people who are just straight up dumbasses, shouldn't even be on a fucking bike to begin with. And you have to think about that stuff whenever you're doing these group rides. Okay, you know, I got all these skill sets, let's not do anything stupid, yada yada yada. But you know, people are going to do what they want to do. So that's just like the first thing where I see where things go wrong, is there's just too many skill sets and different riders at these events. And yes, you can see me in the reflection, I am fucking squinting today. I'm on the way to get a haircut and I gotta run some errands. Can't be looking like a Power Ranger going to the barbershop, right? They're gonna be joning on you, they're gonna be joking on you, striking, cracking jokes, whatever you want to call it. Can't have that. All right, so next thing is with these group rides, you know, when the camera comes out, the bikers start going down. People want to show off their new tricks they just learned, or they've been practicing, and they want to get a cool shot for the camera. All right, and 9 times out of 10, that person that's trying to show off or think they got it, or they've been practicing so long they want to go ahead and start showcasing it to everybody else, they're going to end up going down and not trying to make an example out of this guy. But when we were in Nashville, we had a riders meeting and we told everybody no wheelies on the interstate. The only people that need to do wheelies is Mez and Rafa with our friend M4 Ali to get a video promo for the E-Meet. Well, like I was saying in the video, it wasn't even 10 seconds down the street, people were doing wheelies. And like, and I understand there's those who do that shit every day, like Fast Flow and all those kind of guys. They do that shit all the time. We're not worried about them. We're worried about the people that we don't know, people we've never ridden with. We don't want anything to happen. And then of course, you know, he went down, and I heard, I was telling people I thought I saw him got arrested, seen him get arrested. Apparently he did not get arrested. He didn't get any tickets. I guess he's doing all right. I know his bike's probably messed up pretty good. He's all scraped up, and I saw his head hit the wall and all that stuff. But regardless, you know, we did say left lane is open for the activities, but you know, if you don't know what you're doing, stay the fuck out of the left lane. Not saying that he does not know what he's doing, but if you're not on the level of like Mez and Rafa, when that camera comes out, you do not need to participate. And that's exactly why my friend Phantom, he came to me, he said, hey, Hollywood, no wheelies, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to go down, because that would be fucking devastating. I'd be crying my little ass off, he'd be crying, I'd be all fucked up, my bike would be all fucked up. But you have to realize, when you're on these group rides, you're going somewhere or whatever, you have bigger fish to fry than looking cool on a camera. Like, you can do stuff without doing wheelies and without doing the stunts and stoppies and stuff like that, especially if you don't know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have way bigger fish to fry. The bigger fish to fry would be getting to the meet safely. If you can't get there and like with all your bones inside your body and no scrapes and bruises in your bike, okay, then you did something wrong. It is your fault, 100%. Did something wrong. Alright, next thing is that would make these things go wrong is like you don't know these people's agenda. They're just unpredictable, man. Like, you don't know these guys, and like I was saying before, like, and the people that you do know, you know, they're good, they're squared away. But the people that you don't know, you've never seen before, you don't know how they ride, you have to consider them unpredictable. Like, and you got to stay clear and far away from them motherfuckers as possible, because if not, they're going to end up taking you out. And that's part of the reason why in my video I was kind of over to the right side. Like, I wanted to be in the safe lane. I wasn't trying to do nothing crazy. I get my little camera shot and then get the fuck out of the way, let everybody else get their time. But like, these people, some of these people purposely come on these rides to, you know, run from the cops, because they have this mentality of, well, they can't catch everybody, you know. Yeah, that's true, but you're also fucking it up for everybody else. And a lot of times it might not even be people that are from your same city. It might be people coming from out of town that just want to stir up mess with the cops and want to run all night, do wheelies in front of cops and stuff like that. Like, they are there to be a bad apple for the rest of the bunch, and like, those people just need to stay away. And it's kind of hard to figure out who these people are, but once you figure out who they are, you know, you can just make a little list and be like, hey, nah, you ain't riding with us today, nah, you know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, like, these people are just unpredictable. There's just too many hidden agendas. And I've never witnessed this, but there could be somebody on a group ride that just wants to go out there. They know they can't do any wheelies or anything, and they just want to crash. But like I said, I've never witnessed that. I've never heard of that, but that could be a possibility one day. I hope not, but you know, it's probably coming. And I really wish, like, people that don't know how to wheelie, they would just listen to the people giving instructions before the ride, because there's always going to be somebody giving some sort of, like, safety meeting before a ride. And if they don't give a safety meeting before a big group ride, if it's like more than 5 people, then you don't need to ride with those people anymore, because obviously everybody else's safety is not their top priority. All the group rides that I've hosted, I've tried to give safety meetings before, and it's always gone well. You know, people have you know, taken it well or whatever. But the one group ride that guy went down on, I believe last year, you know, everybody was in the moment, and he was on a bigger bike. He was on a Gold Wing, and we were on some back road twisties, and everybody was trying to get to the person that went down, and you know, he ended up going down. So I think he just got too in the moment, and he forgot he's on a bigger bike, so he can't really lean over like everybody else and swim around like everybody else. But you know, you live and you learn, and that's neither here nor there. But moving on to the next thing is, like, it doesn't matter how many riders meetings you give, people are going to do what they want to do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if you cuss their mom out, call them all types of bitches and hoes. Bro, they're going to do what they want to do. And at the end of the day, that is true. It's sad, but it's true. But it's like, you say all these things to keep people safe and to keep them from doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. But at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. And I feel like that's exactly what happened in Nashville. That dude just did what he wanted to do. And I don't know if this is true. This is just what I heard. I heard at the end of the riders meeting, my buddy Phantom was like, if you can't do wheelies, stay out of the left lane. And he ended up saying, yeah, if you can't do fucking wheelies, stay out of the fucking left lane. And then he ended up going down. Now, I don't know if that's true. I have not seen a recording. I have not heard a recording of him saying that. So that's kind of hearsay. But just in that situation, you know what I'm saying, like, he's not very confident in doing wheelies. So, well, I'm not going to say he's not confident, because I've seen his page. He's done wheelies before. Does he look comfortable doing them? No. But he has rode out some good wheelies before, and he was riding out wheelies the whole time before he went down. I think he just popped it up a little too much, and he lost control, and then he just fell backwards off the bike, unfortunately. But it's just those type of situations, like, you can't be that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all this comes back to being that guy. If you know damn well, like me, I can't do wheelies. I do them every now and then, and I bring it back down. I'm not trying to ride it out too much, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is a very expensive bike. I don't want to go down on this bike, so like, that's why I've never really tried to do wheelies. I want to learn them really, really bad, but I'm not eager to be out going to the practice lot every day, trying to learn wheelies, watching YouTube videos, stuff like that, because at the end of the day, if I go down this thing, boy, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna take a long time for me to recover. And I could break something and I wouldn't be able to make content for you guys and stuff like that, and it's gonna be all around trouble for me and my situation. But yeah, I mean, kind of wrap things up. You know, people are gonna do what they want to do. There's too many people that are different skill levels, anywhere from new to expert, and it just doesn't matter when that camera comes out. When that camera comes out, somebody's going to try to do something that they have no business doing, and they are going to go down, they're going to eat shit, and it's going to be chaos for everybody. And luckily, let me just throw this in here, luckily on that VIP ride, he did not take out any bikers behind him, and I think that's a big W. That's a takeaway moment for everybody. He didn't take anybody out that was behind him. Now, if he would have taken some people out, that would have been a completely different story. That would have been bad for everybody, and it was gonna be bad. It was gonna be a fucked up day. Yeah, that's about it for the video, guys. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment down below if I missed anything on this topic of group rides and why I'm probably not gonna be attending any more of these group rides, because I just feel like they're dumb at this point. Like, you know, rollers and everything are cool, but it's just like there's always got to be that one person. It's like that one person that never does maintenance on his bike, and then when his bike fucks up, he wants to blame everybody else but himself, and it's like, no, you did this shit. You gotta fucking, you know, take responsibility. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, share this video around, don't forget to wear your gear, ride safe, don't get caught in the rain, keep chasing greatness. You never know what's going to happen in life once you keep going and you keep uploading YouTube videos, keep uploading TikToks. All it takes is one video for you to go viral. Keep grinding, keep pushing, ride safe. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.